What's going on, guys? This is Rated R Googa Star, back with my first video in 2 years. And yeah, so I haven't posted in 2 years. I used to do wrestling videos, but yeah, I still keep up with wrestling, but I don't follow it. Like, I'm not following anything, but I watch it nostalgically. I just don't have time to keep up with it. But I just finished school like yesterday, so yeah, I'm gonna turn this channel into a music review channel, like an in-depth music review, face to face. So if any of the old, like, I wonder if any of my followers from back in the day are still here, like, let me know in the comments, because I love to say hi, because I remember you all. Like, I know all the boys, like, I remember them all. But yeah, my first episode now, I'm just gonna do my top 10 Iron Maiden songs. And Iron Maiden used to be my favorite band for like a solid over a year, but Tool has recently overtaken that. But second favorite band, but I still think Iron Maiden are honestly incredible. Like, no one will ever be as good as them. Like, they're one of a kind. But yeah, so yeah, I'll get into the list. So this list has evolved over time, and it's still going to keep evolving. Like, my favorite songs are always going to be different, but yeah, so I've made a list of top 10 songs for like a few bands, so I'm going to do videos on them. But I also want to do album reviews where I go more in depth rather than just like saying why I like it, like actually talking about what's in the songs and like the structure of the album. But yeah, so yeah, my top 10 Iron Maiden songs. So coming in at number 10, I have Dance of Death from the 2003 record Dance of Death. And I have it here for mainly two reasons, but mainly because it's really sentimental to me, because like me personally, when there's a song that's sentimental to me that is really nostalgic, I keep it away. Like, I don't listen to my really like, you know, nostalgic sentimental songs, because I like save it for certain times where I want to go back. So it's just a certain period of time in my life, like 2 years ago. It just reminds me of that, and it's pretty crazy, like, how music can do that. Like, you can listen to a song and you can like be brought right back to a certain moment in time that was ages ago, and I think it's really beautiful. And so yeah, I haven't listened to this song in like a year, so, but it was my favorite, and I've chosen not to listen to it, so it's kept in my memory. But mainly because of that reason, but also the solo section is honestly like so beautiful and crisp. The rhythm changes. Iron Maiden, a pioneer of rhythm changes. Like, well, not, I wouldn't say they're the pioneer, but me personally, I just love the mood, how it shifts. Not so much the tempo, but like mainly the rhythm. It just adjusts, and it's, I don't know, they make the pentatonic scale so incredible. Like, no one does it like them. Like, I'm a guitar player myself, and all their songs, their solos are incredible, but they're not even that hard to play. Like, yeah, I really think the solo section in this song is top tier. It's really great. But yeah, it's a pretty long song. I can't remember how long it actually goes for, but it builds, and the beginning is like the soft part, and then it also returns to the soft part at the end. So yeah, Dance of Death, pretty great, like, incredible song. I'm not really keen on any of the other songs. I haven't really touched much on the newer Iron Maiden albums. Like, I've listened to them all, but like, I don't really remember much. But Dance of Death was pretty lame. I liked the 2006 record, but Matter of Life and Death, I think. I should remember that. But yeah. Moving on. So number 9, we have Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Now, as an overall song, I think it's not as like hype or like dramatic. Oh, sorry, it is dramatic. Sorry, it's not as epic as the others. Like, because it's a 13-minute long song, and I really, to be honest, only listen to it for the climax of the song. Like, the early parts of the song aren't that interesting. Like, they're good, but the build up, like the really mellow shit that goes into the big A chord, it's so epic, and it really It really puts the goosebumps on your neck. But yeah, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner will always be an instant classic, and like the writing of the song is so incredible. Like the lyrics and just the way the song is structured, and it goes for 13 minutes, and you would never get bored. You don't get bored of the song for 13 minutes straight. So you really have to include Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, and especially that one part with the big A chord, then goes into the soloing, and just like the riffs in that main like climax are they're simple, but they go so hard. But yeah, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner will always be a classic, and it also adds to the masterpiece of Power Slave, which Power Slave used to be my favorite album of all time. I listen to it like at least once a week. Like every song is incredible, but that just adds to it as well. Like the whole thing is just comes together, and it's just really incredible. But moving on, number 8, we have Fear of the Dark. It's not like it's the post 80s Maiden, which it's still there's lots of good post 80s Iron Maiden songs, but I only really like this, like the main reason I listen to it, like I think it's a great song, but the second guitar solo in Fear of the Dark is probably top 3 or top 5 like guitar solos of all time. Like it sounds so incredible, like everything about it just shreds. Like it's a set, like when you're listening to the first solo and you can hear it coming up, and then when it finally hits, and it's like it's really, I don't know, I can't explain to you, it's just so, I don't know, it just hits hard for me, like that second solo. But also the post solo section with the big dramatic lyrics and stuff, that also adds to it. But like it just like adds to Iron Maiden's greatness. Like they could never be topped. Like they have so many incredible songs, like so many bangers and so many like dramatic hits and stuff. But yeah, Fear of the Dark, it's really, really amazing, and mainly the second solo is what makes it for me, and the post solo section. But yeah, number 7 is Power Slave, the song Power Slave. Also I forgot to add this. This list is basically an all-time favorite. So like Power Slave right now is not one of my favorite Iron Maiden songs, but it used to be. So I need to like scale it out, like just my overall favorite Iron Maiden songs. But Power Slave, when I was on my L's, like when I was learning to drive, and like my mom wouldn't let me listen to music in the car while driving. My dad did, but when I was driving at like the like putting Power Slave on, just the chugging of like the main riff just hits harder. Like it's like the bass is really good, and like listening to that song in like the car just was really, really good. Like I just really like that. But the chorus is so classic. Like I won't sing it, but yeah, the chorus is just, yeah, it's so super mellow, and it just all structures together. And like the solo section, classic Iron Maiden solo section, starting off slow, then building, and then yeah, Power Slave, all-time classic. That is right before, no, it goes after Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. So it goes Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, Power Slave, then Back in the Village, I think. But yeah, it just also adds to that whole album how it's all structured, and why it's all one of my all-time favorite albums, Power Slave. But yeah, it's all the super mellow vocals throughout the song. It's just a big combination of stuff that is just really great. But yeah, Power Slave at number 7. Number 6, I have Heaven Can Wait here. When my first like year or so of listening to Iron Maiden, I wasn't really into this song. Like it was just there. It wasn't in my playlist or anything. I didn't really like it. But like recently, like not recently, like a bit before, like it started to grow heaps on me, and like it is honestly like one of the most underrated songs ever. And like I just love, like the riffs are so good, and like there is two sections, like there's two main parts that make this song. Well, three pretty much. The chorus is like the what I'm looking for in Iron, like that's my favorite part of Iron Maiden, like those vocals that are they hit deep with the distorted guitars, the drums, and then like those vocals in the chorus, like that is just, this chorus specifically is honestly incredible. And the solos are top tier, like Iron Maiden solos. But most of all, like probably like my top three, top five, maybe top three, like parts of it, Iron Maiden song out of the whole discography, is the part after the first solo, like the breakdown part where it's like the super dramatic, like pumping, like it's super pumping and it's like mellow but dramatic, and it's like a different mood to the rest of the song. That's honestly like that's what I'm mainly like looking for. Not looking for, like that just hits the spot, like that certain part of the song. And I know that it's subjective and not everyone, like every song hits different to everybody, so it's different, but like that specifically hits me so hard, and it's just so pleasurable, that post solo part. And so yeah, like Heaven Can Wait, it just, the whole thing, like Iron Maiden they're so talented as a 6-piece band. Like they were 5-piece this time, I think, in the 80s, but they just, every like person in the band just is so good at their role. Like they know their role so well, and they join together just so perfectly. But yeah, Heaven Can Wait at 6. Before this, like maybe a year ago, this would have been like two or three actually. Like I used to be super obsessed with this, but it's leveled out to number 6. But yeah. So number 6 is Heaven Can Wait, and number 5, Aces High. This is on most top 10 lists, and pretty much the main reason is just the fast pace. Like me personally, I listen to music for the energy, like not like the fast energy that makes you like super hype, but it gives, like I receive my energy from music. Like music is the greatest thing of my life. Like listening to music is my favorite thing to do. But yeah, like the fast Aces High is just an all-time banger, and the guitar solo, probably one of my favorite guitar solos of all time, Aces High. I actually played Aces High for my HSC, for my music performance. You have to do four performances. I played 2 Iron Maiden songs, but I'll get to the other one. But like the fast riff, and the thing is about Iron Maiden songs, lots of the melodies, they sound super fast, but they're not actually played that fast. Like if you were to play it on guitar, they're not actually that fast as you think. It's just how the whole band joins together to make the song. Like the main riff, and specifically Aces High, like the main riff isn't like as fast as it sounds. It's just the rest of the band like joining in, and like yeah. But yeah, the chorus is an all-time banger, and yeah, it's pretty short, like 4 or 5 minutes, and it's just non-stop, and like you could never get sick of Aces High, I don't think. Like, well, you can't get sick of any Iron Maiden songs, but specifically like the fast pace, like energy is just always gives you that kick, for me at least. But yeah, it opens Power Slave, and yeah, it's a perfect opening song. Yeah, number 5, Aces High. Always have to have Aces High. Now number 4 is the very first Iron Maiden song I listened to, and probably most like the first Iron Maiden song like everyone would listen to. It's probably the most mainstream song. It's The Trooper. Now, sorry. Probably like the same reason, like The Trooper is fast paced, and it's just like, it's perfect. Like, I don't know, it's just, it hits different, and it's just perfection. Like the riff, like the harmonized riff is just so, I don't know. It's like it's similar to Aces High. It's just I don't know. I think the verses are better in Trooper, and the guitar solo is longer. And yeah, I think it's just an upbeat tune that will always be a metal classic. Like it's one of the most mainstream songs for a reason. Like it's yeah, it's the Trooper. Like it's like how can you not love like personally, like I don't see how anyone could not love the Trooper. Like it has everything you want in a metal song. Like it's fast paced, it has all the technical stuff, it has pumping like all the riffs, like the heavy riffs in the verse and stuff. But yeah, Trooper is just a classic. And like yeah, number 4 you have to has to be all the way up there. Yeah, but number 3 we have, following Aces High on Power Slave, 2 Minutes to Midnight. Now this is also similar to the Trooper and Aces High with the fast pace, but for me it's just more technical, and it has different elements to it, like to its sound, to its melody, has so many like different elements, like the chords in it, like the chords in the pre-chorus. And my favorite section of the song is probably the post solo part, or the super slow part where it builds up like into the pre-verse, the bridgey whatever. But yeah, no, it's just, I think it has lots of more elements, and it sounds like really unique. And it's a perfect follow-up from Aces High in the album. Like I'm telling you, like Power Slave just flows perfectly, and it's just a classic album. But yeah, 2 Minutes to Midnight is just an all-time banger. And I'll be honest with you, I've actually I think I started tearing up at a live. I was watching a live video. Like me personally, I've only cried for I've cried over Tool quite a lot, because Tool is fucking amazing. But I've cried over Iron Maiden like twice. I could only ever cry over a live video, because live videos are just, the atmosphere is there. But I don't know, I was on Facebook and I saw a live video, and that like the dramatic epic part after the solo, I was like had a few tears in my eyes. I was like, wow, really hit hard. But yeah, 2 Minutes to Midnight is perfection. But yeah. Now, number 2, we have Hallowed Be Thy Name. This is always going to be in the top 10. This is also the other song that I did part of my HSC for guitar. This was also one of the first Iron Maiden songs that really got me into Iron Maiden. I just think like the intro, like the super low intro, is just the most perfect. Like out of mellow intros that build stuff up, like Hallowed Be Thy Name is what, like that's the pioneer. And like the riff going into like the pre-main riff, like the like that's the perfect hype up riff. But I what I do like is there's quite a lot of riffs in the song. Like it's not just a verse, pre-chorus, like chorus thing. Like there's so many different elements, and there's the like the pre-solo riff, which is amazing, and then there's the riff that goes like it's towards like the outro of the song. Like they're all like really amazing. And yeah, I love the solo has like it goes so many different areas of the neck and has different techniques. But like overall it's just a dramatic banger, like really amazing. And yeah, this was Bruce's first album, and he really showed off his skill, especially in this song, closing the album, right? Yeah, I think it closed the album. But yeah, this is usually like the number 1 on most lists, I'd say, Hallowed Be Thy Name. But definitely an all-time classic, one of the best metal songs of all time. Yeah, number 2, Hallowed Be Thy Name. Now, number 1, I guess you guys are probably thinking what might be number 1, but it might be a surprise. I think it's I think this song's a very, very underrated tune to me. But number one, I have Caught Somewhere in Time. Opening the Somewhere in Time album, which personally, I used to think Power Slave was the best Iron Maiden album, but like, I don't know, Somewhere in Time also is like an identical amount of like pleasure in listening to it. Like, the structure of the structure of the album is amazing, but also out of all the Iron Maiden songs, I think, out of all the albums and all the different eras, I think they really peaked with their sound in Somewhere in Time. And like, it was just the perfect amount of everything. Like, the solos were the best. The whole like dynamic of the songs were really amazing, because obviously that this was their first album with synth in their music, and then they didn't have any in wait. So it goes Piece of My wait. I haven't really I haven't been listening to Iron Maiden as much as usual, but it goes Number of the Beast, Peace of Mind. Oh, actually, yeah. Sorry, right. No, yeah. Somewhere in Time is after Power Slave. Sorry. Yeah. So before then we had no synth at all, and then Seventh Son of a Seventh Son has synth, but it's just not like the leveling of the sounds and the instruments, not instruments, but like the dynamics of the song are just like not as good as Somewhere in Time. Like, the whole album is like, each song has its like the right amount of everything, each element, and the melodies, the harmonies, and all the synth and stuff. But yeah, that's a ramble on the album. But the actual song has the best Iron Maiden solo act. Yeah, I'd say that. But I think the chorus is my favorite like chorus of any song of all time. Personally, I think the intro riff like is just the most like, when the song starts, you hear the synth, then you hear the guitar, and like it's just, I don't know, I can't explain like how amazing it is. And yeah, I don't know, this had to be number one. Like, and with a few songs that I find like amazing to their respective point, also is like take into account of like personal experiences with the song. Like, for me personally, like, I used to have a curfew on when I'd go out like Friday, Saturday night, and I live in the Northern Beaches in Sydney, near Manly, so I would be like running along Manly Beach at like, my curfew was 12, and I needed to be home by 12, so I'd leave wherever at like 11:30, 11:40, and I'd usually leave it to the last minute, so it would be more like of a adrenaline pumping like run home, and I'd have music in. So I remember just like running along like next to the beach, super late at night, and like this song was playing, and it was like pumping to my like footsteps, and yeah, that was just felt really amazing. And yeah, that was great fun running home to that song. But the pace is a perfect amount of speed, and yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. It's just me personally, I think Caught Somewhere in Time is like, goes hard for me. But yeah, Caught Somewhere in Time. I probably could say more, but like off the top of my head, it's just, yeah, has one. Same with Aces High, has one chorus at the beginning, which I think makes the chorus better because it's more build up and it's more dramatic. So yeah, the pre-chorus riff is incredible as well. I love that. But yeah, Caught Somewhere in Time, most underrated Iron Maiden song in my personal opinion. Underrated album, to be honest. Like, no one really calls that their top album. Like, for me, the top three are Number of the Beast, Somewhere in Time, and Power Slave. But yeah, I guess that's it. So number one, Caught Somewhere in Time. Leave a like, comment. I should be doing more top 10s I'm gonna do Megadeth, Slipknot, Tool, Rage Against the Machine. I've got them planned out. I also want to do album reviews with like more detail into them, like actual parts of the song, rather than just like why I like it. So that should be coming out soon. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.